Don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. I'm the unknown prophet of God. If you like it or not. Folks, I want to tell you something. I think it's very important. I only do not think so. I know so. So I will tell. But I also want to go sleep, So I thought, I told my Father God, I need to tell the people this because it's in my mind and so I cannot sleep. So I decided to speak instead of sleeping. It's more important than my rest on a moment, or else I will keep with this in my mind, and then I cannot sleep because I want to tell you. So, well, let's start. It's about the human body. The human body. It's folks. It starts like your father go with your mother, and well, you know that thing, right? And sperm come into the woman, and then it all starts. Then you need to win from I don't know how many cells, and they all want to win, And I really talk about millions who want to win from you. But you are the one who need to win, or you will not live. You understand? So when you did win, then all these other cells did lose. So these cells going to die. All of them. Because they did not find a way, and you did find it. So you are the winner. It's like a war of running for your life. You understand? So you come into your mom's stomach, and then you come into a room filled up with water. And directly you come in, you will be connected with that mother. This connection is what you do have in your stomach. It will go into the mom. It's like you put the TV on, but you need to connect it. You understand? It's the same thing what will happen in your mom's stomach and you. You will be connected with your mom. And this is how you can breathe underwater. It's a little bit water, but enough. If you do not have this thing on your stomach, on your tummy, you will die in that little bit of water. So that's why. So this connection, mom eat, mom drink, it all will go to what is growing in the mom. You understand? And when this is all ready, then the water will go. The water go, it's time for you to come out. And it matters, folks, if you will come out with your legs or with your head. If you come out with your legs, it's not that good. You will get problems in life. If you come out with your head, it's good. Then your life will start. And then it's the question, what kind of life you will start. Because you still do have nothing to say. You just did win this running war. And when you come out, another thing starts. You don't know where you are, who you are, and what will happen. You still don't know nothing at all. Who is your mom? Who is your father? Are these good parents? Are these bad parents? Are these rich parents? Are these poor parents? In what kind of country do they live? And it all matters. If you understand what I mean. So, when you know this, you need to go with it if you like it or not. And then your life starts. You go to school and start to understand that you are not alone. There are more people who did win this battle. And then your learning process will start. And this is who you will go through life. Exactly the way I said. You understand? So what will you do in life? What kind of people you will go in life? And this is what will make your life complete. Will you become a good person or a bad person? You do have two things to choose. Or a good person or a bad person. Now I will tell you something else, what also is very important. People cannot handle the heat. People cannot handle the water. And people cannot handle the air. Now I will tell you why this is. When you stand by a fire, you will stand this close, but when it becomes too hot, you will run away, right? So you cannot handle the fire. When you go into the water, your mind will already think, man, maybe I can go for 30 seconds on the water and then it's done. If I go longer, I get problems. You did not have that problem when you been for 9 months in your mom, right? You could breathe. But now, you will understand this problem. And, folks, you can see on TV how beautiful it can be. But don't go too deep, because it will become very dark, very cold, and very impressive. You will be pressed. You understand? You cannot handle when you go too deep. You're gonna die, folks. You're gonna die. You understand? It will become too cold if you go too deep. It will become too dark. You will see nothing anymore. And the pressure you cannot handle. And this all will start in your mind and your ears. There the pressure will start. Your head and your ears, your eyes, and all that kind of things. You cannot handle the pressure. So folks, if you see human beings going so deep on the water, then do understand that this is a lie. Okay? Okay, now we go into the air. So into the air, it's different. There you will not implode, because that will happen when you go deep on the water, too deep. You will implode. Every bone in your body will break. You understand? You will implode. But when you go too high into the air, then you will explode. You understand? Your blood will boil and you will explode. So don't go too far into the air and don't go too deep into the sea. And we are exactly in the middle of this. So nothing will happen with us. You understand? And we did come all into this world in this bag of water. So we are fish, but we cannot go too deep, for we cannot breathe on the water. And it doesn't matter if you are a diver with something on your back you can breathe in, you cannot go too deep, or you will implode. And it will become dark and cold. The deeper you go, the colder it comes. The darker it comes. So that's the reality of this beautiful underwater world people show you in movies and all that kind of shit. And I think, man, you people are liars. Tell them the real truth. If you don't believe me, folks, try it out. There is enough water. Dive into it. Dive terribly deep and you will never come back again. I'm telling you. You understand? Even if you are saved by someone who could pick you up, then you still do have problems. And you will keep that problems as long you live, because you will never forget what did happen that day. And before you did do it, you did get already warnings. You did not listen to it, because you think the downstairs world is so beautiful. But I tell you the real deal here. It's not that beautiful people show you on TV. They are liars. Now you go too high into the air. You will explode, folks. Understand? It is that you cannot fly, or else you need to watch out how high you will fly, or you will explode. If you fly too high, you explode. So down, you implode. And up, you explode. That's why we are in the middle. You understand? We do have no problems to be in the middle. But when we go a little bit down, or a little bit too high, we will have problems. Go high into the mountains. You will understand what I'm talking about. It will become very cold. The higher you go, or the lower you go, it doesn't matter. It will become very cold. In the middle, you live, but down, you don't go, and up, you also don't go. You are not built for this kind of thing. I'm telling you the real truth, folks, about this thing, you know. And I wanted to go sleep, but I could not go sleep because I wanted to talk about this. I think it's very important. This got everything to do with life and afterlife. You understand? You will learn here, and then you will go over to another life. If you did not learn enough, God will never take you. You will learn to understand the deal of my Father. If you did not understand the deal, then you will not deal with God. God will deal with you when you are ready. And there are many places to make you people ready. But for now, not next to God. You know, folks, when you pull something, you pull something out, stretch it. This is the same thing what will happen when you are too high into the air. You will feel like you will be ripped out, pulled out. And when you go too deep, you will feel like a snowball. A snowball. You do it with your hands to make it a snowball, and you put the pressure on it, right? To make it a good snowball. Hard and round, and you press it. This is what will happen when you are too deep into the water. That's the feeling. But you are exactly in the middle. You do not have something to do with these two pressures. So, on one side of the world will be pulled, and on the other side will be like the snowball. You understand? And you are in the middle of this. So it's exactly good for you. That's why you cannot too deep and cannot go too high. So folks, what they say that they've been to the moon is a big lie. And too deep into the sea is a big lie. It's not true. People are not built for this. To go deeper than normal, you need an iron suit to go deeper than that. And you will get already problems when you are, now I think, one normal house high, then you already will get problems. It will become more cold, more dark, and your ears and your eyes, your head, it will start to give pressure. There it starts. And then you understand you need to go up again. Or else, if you go too deep, you will never find a way up. If you do not understand the pressure. Because that's the only way. When it takes the pressure away, you will understand you go up. Many people who did do this did die. But I tell you exactly the way it is. You go too high, you will explode. You go too low, you will implode. And by both of these things, your mind will talk with you. Like you are crazy or something. But when you walk on the street, folks, and you don't like someone, then you will think, man, I don't like you. Go away. Understand? But you don't say it. But you talk with yourself. Understand? You did do this from the beginning already. So you are all crazy. Right? Because only crazy people will talk with themselves. But this is what we are, folks. You understand? This is what we are. We talk with ourselves. Yes? That's what the mind do. It talks to you. You know, it's like a computer who will give you all the answers. What kind of weather will it be today, Siri? Or what will it this be? Will it that be? What you do not know, Siri will tell you. For you did not know. It's the same thing. Your mind will speak with you. And you are not crazy. But that's what people always say, you know. Yeah, man, he talked to himself and all that kind of thing. He's crazy. But you are the liar. You understand? Because you also do it. We all do this. I'm telling you, folks, we all do this. So don't say to another that he is or her, that these are crazy people, because you are crazy like them. You belong to that race. So don't come with that bullshit, okay? We are all the same. And if you do have a good mind, like I do have, then we understand each other, right? for the people who do not understand me right now. They did not fight very well into that spur when everything did start. Then you are hit by some other cells before you did win. Then there start the problem already, before you are born. So folks, don't go too deep and don't go too high. Well, you will not go too high, because you cannot go too high. Yeah, well, when you go into the high mountains, you will understand what I'm talking about. But this is really the only way that you will understand what I'm talking about. It will become terribly cold. The higher you go, it will become very cold. And the deeper you go, it will become very cold. These are the two things, they are the same. Only when you go too high, you will explode. And when you go too low, you will implode. So it's pulling and it's pressing. And you are in the middle of this pulling and pressing. This is what this world keeps everything together. You understand? It's pulling and it's pressing. So it's exactly like it has to be. We are here by pulling and pressing. You understand? God did do this. God is the master brain in this thing. You understand? Not what people say. Or what many people can prove, that God do not exist. They prove nothing. I can prove that God do exist. For I am the unknown prophet of God. I am the one who can prove that my Father God do exist. And no one else can ever prove that my Father do exist or don't exist. So folks, this is what I wanted to tell you before I go sleep. And it's already day here. But yesterday I did sleep long, you know. So my time, my normal time I go sleep is a little bit mixed up. I don't like it. I like always the times I go sleep and stand up. It's always the same time, you understand? But now I did sleep too long, so now I cannot sleep the next day. So if I go sleep now, then everything will be in the middle. I do not go too deep and I do not go too high. I stay in the middle. That's exactly what I like in life. You understand? That's why I'm in the middle. I always did stand in the middle. Also with God and the devil, I was standing and watching. I was standing in the middle. That's why God did come to me and could easily take me. Because I did do not things what the devil liked, and I did not do things God did like. So God could take me very easy. But I never did go with evil. I did not like it. But I always did walk around with evil thoughts and evil things. And weapons and knives and swords and all that kind of shit. Liking to fight, but did not fight, never in my life. And wanted to step, but did not step in my life, never. And wanted to shoot, but did not shoot in my life, ever. And did not hit, like girls or women. Also not men or children. I never did do those things. So God saw that I was standing in the middle in all these things. And I did not choose for the evil things. This is how God could take me easy. And that's what God did. I did live a normal life. I was standing exactly in the middle. I did not go too deep and also did not go too high. Because too high is not good and too low is not good. Too much is not good. So you want to be with my Father like I am? Stay in the middle. Don't go too deep. Don't go too high. And wait and watch what will happen. If God like you and love you, then He will take you. But then you need to do exactly what I did do. Or you will make never a chance. So the world is pulling on you and put pressure on you. This is why you are in the middle of this world. Understand? That's why I was in the middle of my life. I did not go bad. And I did not go good. I was watching what was good and what was bad. And if bad was better than good, or good better than bad. But I did do nothing. I was standing in the middle. So when God did come to me, I did repent and God told me, stand up, you only will bow for the devil and not for me. And what did you do wrong? Can you tell me? And I told him, yes, I did do this, I forgive you. Oh, that easy, Father. Yeah, God told me as long you do not have blood on your hands, I could find nothing. Then there is no problem, my son. Then there is no problem at all. If you did not rape and did not steal, and you did have nothing to do with kill, or lie and kill, or steal and kill, or rape or fighting and you kill someone, you did not do this all, then I do not have a problem. And God told me, you did stand in the middle. That's why is it for me very easy to take you away from evil. Because I was living in an evil world. And watch, folks. What do you see? Is it good or is it evil? Are you standing in the middle? Or did you choose a side? For listen to my words. You are that same sperm what did win that time. Now don't tell me that you're going to lose this time. Right? It's got everything to do with life and the life you live. Think about it. It's logical, right? You do understand what I'm talking about, right? Or do you think that I made up a story or something? Well, then it is a true story. So folks, don't go too deep, don't go too high, and don't get it too hot, because that's also pressure you will not like. Too cold, too hot, you will feel pressure. Too high, too deep, you will feel pressure. And if it is imploding or exploding, you will not like. Now I talk about 4 pressures. And you are standing exactly in the middle of these 4 pressures. So then we come back to the snowball. Do you understand who God did create this world? You understand? Like a snowball. Exploding, imploding, pressure, pulling. That's the way it is. This is how God did create things. You understand? Well, folks, many things are difficult to understand. I know. But it's true. It's all true what I say. From the beginning, when you are born, till the end you will die. You thought you will be done when you die. But you thought wrong. And I'm the only one who can tell you. And you will the one who will see that I did speak the truth. There will come a lot more for you all. What this will be, that is up to you. Are you standing in the middle? Or will you implode or explode? Then you did not listen to me. Will you be pulled or pressed? Then you did not listen to me. Are you standing in the middle? Then you are standing next to me. And folks, I challenge you, find a better speaker than me and come to me. Show me that this do exist. Tell me. I like to know if I am the unknown prophet of God. I told you already in the beginning, folks, that there will stand up a man, and this man will tell you everything, and it will ask nothing of you. The man is me, and I do exactly this what I did say. This what I did get. And I was really the man, standing in the middle, watching all the things, what did happen in this world. And before God did come, I was standing in the middle, but I did know nothing. I did know nothing. I only did know that there must be a God. This is what I thought. But I was very sure that Jesus was there. I was not very sure like I was with Jesus Christ. With God and Jesus, this was a big difference. And now I'm only with God. This is how things can change. Did I walk over from Jesus to God? No. But hey, it's his Father. It can never be wrong. Right? So my choice was very easy. But in the beginning, I told my Father God, God, I am with your Son, Jesus Christ. I do not even like you. And I did scream at God many times before he did come to me. I'm so sorry that I did do this. I never can forgive myself. I was standing in the middle, but in some kind of way, I did fall a little. I did fail a little. But God did forgive me. And then I started to understand, to walk first a few years with God, that Jesus is God. That's why I never saw Jesus. But I did see God many times. I do see God many times. And I still see God many times. And I even know how he smells. So when the devil comes to me, I do understand that it is the devil. He don't have to say or to come in another thing, because that's what the devil can do good. He can double cross you. So he did try. He did come like God, like I know God. But he did not smell nice. And I told him, you are not God. The devil did come to me like Jesus Christ. And he told me, how is it possible that you know my Father? And I told him, go away, you devil. How is it possible that you can ask me such a stupid question? Family know each other. That's not that difficult. But the devil come this stupid to me. I'm telling him how stupid he is. And I did kick him away. Only with my mouth. So the devil will think many times before he ever will come to me. And I am not alone. I am with God. And I saw them fighting with each other. Spiritual battle. God did win with the sound, what did come out of God. And the devil did run. He did not like the sound. The first time I did met the devil, I wanted to fight with him, with my bare hands. I wanted to hit him. And God saw me going, and God told me, no, wait, my son, let me. So God did go, and the devil started to run, because God was screaming. He only did scream. But the sound was this terrible, the devil could not handle it. He started to run. And also this story, folks, I told you in the beginning, when I did start this job, this way of living. It's the most brutal way you ever can live, because you gonna see, when you are with God, you gonna see everything will come for your eyes. And you will see it not once, but twice. One time you see it before it happened, and one time when it starts to happen. So I need to see this thing twice. It's twice that hard. If the first thing was not terrible enough, then the second thing will also come. That I will see the things I told you. I will see it for real. And this is the second time I will see it. That's my life, folks. Is it terrible or not? You tell me. I'm gonna see the things twice. I did see already many things twice. Yes? Do I like it? Did I choose for it? No. But I am the unknown prophet of God, and this is the only way. So I did give myself to God. And I took the things God did give me. And now I'm stuck on it. And I like to be stuck on God. But not stuck on what the people gonna go through. What I did see already also will come to you. And this is the most terrible news I ever can give you. I never did say that it will be good news. Everything I do have to say got to do with life, with the world we live in. We've been pulled. We are pressured. We are implode. We are explode. We do no right. And we do no left. But do you know what way is right and what way is left? Do you know, folks, where you stand? Do you know? I ask this myself. I know where I stand. But do you know where you stand? We will see it on the end. I am watching you. You will never forget this speaker.